There's a time when Bigfoot wasn't a punchline, and documentaries weren't trying to debunk it. They tried to find it. In the late 60s and early 70s, the question wasn't, are you crazy believing it? It was, where is it? Tonight, on Beyond the Static, we're not investigating the creature, we're investigating the conversation. How did we move from discovery to dismissal? And are we starting to swing back? In 1968, Bigfoot, the American Abominable Snowman, aired nationwide. It treated the subject seriously, not as a comedy, but a zoological mystery. By the mid-70s, the mysterious monster presented Bigfoot alongside other unexplained phenomena with curiosity and not mockery. And in 1977, In Search Of brought field investigations into America's living rooms. The tone wasn't ridicule, it was exploration. Bigfoot wasn't considered proven, but it wasn't considered absurd. That distinction matters. Years passed, no body, no specimen, and at the same time, hoaxes increased. Fake footprints, costume pranks, media leaned into spectacle. Bigfoot shifted from unsolved mystery to pop culture mascot. And repetition creates association. Association creates certainty. When a topic receives repeated hoaxes and media ridicule over decades without definitive proof, how does public perception change?
Public perception often shifts from uncertainty to dismissal. Repeated hoaxes create strong mental associations with fraud. Media ridicule reinforces those associations. Over time, the subject is treated as debunked, even if no conclusive evidence exists.
Not disproven, treated as debunked, that's cultural erosion, not scientific resolution. Now let's look at UFOs. For decades, witnesses were mocked. Pilots were ridiculed. The phrase flying saucer became shorthand for delusion. Then something shifted. The U.S. government started releasing official military footage of unidentified aerial phenomena. No aliens, not confirmation of extraterrestrials, but official acknowledgement that trained observers captured objects they could not identify. And suddenly, the laughter quieted. How does official acknowledgement affect long ridiculed topics?
Official acknowledgement reduces social stigma. When institutions validate uncertainty, public discussion becomes more neutral. The subject may move from ridicule to cautious inquiry.
Notice that the phenomena didn't necessarily change. The tone did. The pendulum swung. And something similar might be happening with Bigfoot. The subject isn't mocked the way it was 20 years ago, and it's not automatically comedic. The BFRO, the Bigfoot Research Organization, continues releasing new videos, new footprint casts, new witness reports. And here's something important. The witnesses aren't caricatures. They're hunters, military veterans, forestry workers, police officers, business owners, people in responsible positions. That doesn't prove anything, but it challenges the stereotypes. When credible individuals in responsible professions report unusual experiences, how should those reports be evaluated?
Reports from credible individuals should be evaluated using the same standards applied to any testimony: consistency, corroboration, and evidence. Credibility does not confirm a claim, but it reduces the likelihood of intentional deception.
Exactly. It doesn't prove Bigfoot, but it weakens the automatic dismissal reflex. The goal isn't belief, it's neutrality. For decades, Bigfoot was pushed into the category of absurd. But absurd is a cultural label, not a scientific one. If the pendulum is swinging back, it's not because there's proof of a creature. It's because people are remembering how to say, "I don't know," and that's where real inquiry lives. We move from discovery to dismissal, not because of one piece of evidence, but because of time. Hoaxes, ridicule, and repetition. Now the pendulum might be swinging back. Not to belief, but to curiosity. And curiosity is enough. Because sometimes the most important shift isn't about proving something exists. It's realizing that you may have stopped asking too soon. I'm Sean Labby, and I'll see you beyond the static. If this conversation made you stop and think, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. It helps more than you realize, and it lets me know that these kind of conversations are worth having.